Alrighty, so let's see what cute little Kendall's doing over here.
My name's Thomas. I'm the music composer for Elysian Shadows.
And the final product of the Fallen Angel.
Now, Sony PSP. Alright, fine, you can have it. Alrighty, Kendall and I here are here to talk to you about the new rendering system. So that you guys can also use this library.
So we got the level system back up.
Not just vagrants looking for answers. Carry on. It's not like life's this crushing nightmare. Whenever I dream of you, seems like forever is not so long. Whenever I see the truth, I've wanted everything for you. And I know.
So it's been 5 long months since any of you have seen or heard from us on YouTube. And this is because after Elysian Shadows Revolution 1, we were in a unique position. Because the level editor and our engine, which were the sole focus of the entire Adventures in Game Development series, were being rewritten from scratch. And we kind of had a decision to make. Were we really going to show re-engineering these 2 applications from scratch all over again, when we had 16 chapters of the Adventures in Game Development dedicated to just this? Or are we going to introduce something new and do something different and add that to the formula? And so at this point I think we really had to ask ourselves what we were trying to do. And I think we all decided that we would rather step it up and take Elysian Shadows to the next level.
Shadows inside, controlling my life. As confusion blinds my eyes, facing the signs, I'm losing my mind.
Well, I think that a big part of why we started Elysian Shadows Revolution rather than continuing with Adventures in Game Development was because we wanted to be, the team wanted to be working with a fresh slate. I mean, we had all these new ideas, and after a while it just kind of started to make more sense to rebuild the engine from the ground up rather than try to force the ideas into the old engine. And also with Elysian Shadows Revolution, we wanted to introduce the creative side of game development rather than just continue focusing on the engine and the editor. I mean, come on, you guys have already seen 16 chapters of the adventures of the engine and editor development.
I'm looking for something real. Yeah, I know. A breaker for the exit as a circle in my mind.
Well, since the beginning of the project, we've always had a very solid vision of where we wanted to take Elysian Shadows and how to get there. But up until this point, we put most of our efforts, most of our recorded efforts into the development of our tools and research that we needed to get there. So we're all pretty excited about Elysian Shadows Revolution, where we'll be able to delve into the creative aspects of the project. So I decided to leave the team, and just like I envisioned, everything went straight to hell. I mean, nobody's gotten anything done. The team's gone to shit. There hasn't been a video for like, what, 8 months? I'm pretty sure it's obvious who the driving force of the team was here.
And yeah, Peter over there, he's got to write me a couple new Perl scripts for the things I'm too lazy to do. Stop, I must have.
I mean, seriously, you should have seen them begging me to come back. It was really pathetic.
Please, I want back on the team so bad. I'll do anything, please.
Yeah. So, in the end, I did it for all the fans of Elysian Shadows.
The vast majority of the last few months were spent on recreating and reproducing the Elysian Shadows engine. From the original Elysian Shadows engine, we knew what worked, what didn't work, what sucked, and what we wanted to implement. And from there, we were able to start over fresh and implement these ideas exactly the way we wanted them. One of the things that benefited us most was definitely taking full advantage of encapsulation, polymorphism, and just using object-oriented C++ to the fullest. One of the problems that plagued the old engine is the fact that the original framework was written for just the Dreamcast in straight C, and when we decided to rewrite it in C++ and move it over to the PC, that framework never got rewritten, and so it kind of made a shaky foundation for the rest of the code.
Alright, Falco, why don't you show us the latest screw-up in the engine?
Step right up. Okay, so in the new engine, I'm trying to get the camera system back. As you can see, the level's at least scrolling correctly, but I tried to get uniform zoom and scale back in, where I'm doing my own vector and matrix calculations on it rather than using GL.
And how did that turn out for you?
Not so well. As you can see, I'm rotating, and
Whoa!
it screws up the entire level. And my uniform zoom and scale is equally screwed up. I applied the vector transformations and calculations in the wrong order, so it's doing it on each individual tile rather than the entire image. And I'm an idiot.
And that is what we call fail.
At least the first 2 months of the rewriting process, I was focused exclusively on getting our object-oriented designs down. I agonized over these design decisions, because every time we would find a design that I liked or that worked, I would find some sort of problem with it, or some sort of little feature that it wouldn't handle. And then I would get pissed, and then I would scrap the entire design, and I would end up starting over fresh with just a pencil and paper. And this went on until I found a design that I was positive would stand the test of time. Alrighty, the entire team has finally been reunited, and we're here at the dev studio having our very first glimpse at the brand newly remade engine that Kendall and I have so graciously been working on the last several months.
Alright, so let's see it. I'm going to be trying to crash the engine over here.
So,
That's what Marcel's useful for.
On my new quad-core Windows 7. Nice. Alright, well, as this is a demo level. As you can see, like, collisions disabled. It's just the test level.
Yeah, this is just
But
a little
I'm
area.
just wanting to show off the fact that most of the core functionality has been re-implemented. If you notice the party system, they're all following you. Look at them. Little lineup right here. It looks just like Chrono Trigger. Then there's the adventure log's been re-implemented. If you look here, I'm just printing from Lua.
Yeah,
just
it looks a little
test.
better. It's been streamlined a bit.
And then I noticed that there's basic physics. Look, like I can push this guy.
Yeah, there's pushing.
Check this out.
Very basic physics.
Give it some torque and rotation. That's pretty cool. I mean, look, I'm walking into it sideways. Nice. And also, I noticed that uniform zoom, scale, and rotation have been implemented and are running very nicely.
Yep.
Regardless, I will crash it.
Oh, okay.